I'm a little surprised. I thought, based on my first couple looks, I wasn't sure that I would be able to do anything interesting. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry for the glare on the glasses. I'm gonna try to keep my head down a little bit so you don't get blinded by the ring lights and so on and so forth. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and that you're looking forward to a very healthy and happy and prosperous 2020. Today, I am going to use the new-ish, I guess it's been out for a little bit, but it's new to me, the Naked Honey palette from Urban Decay. My husband so generously and surprisingly got this for me for Christmas. Looks like this. If you have been living under a rock. Looks like this. If you have been living under a rock and haven't seen what it looks like. Inside we have a ton of very warm colored, very yellowish honey colored looks. Can I get 3 looks out of this? We're gonna try. I have not ever used it before. I've never swatched it. I actually just got it yesterday, this being the day after Christmas. I also have a selection of Fenty sticks. One of them I already had. This one right here is like a foundation stick, and I was in the shade Almond when I first got it. I think I'm a little paler now. However, my husband bought me these other 3. One of them is the shade Linen, which is slightly too light for me, but will make a great brightener, high point on my face. The other one, next one is in the shade Walnut, and looks like that. A little bit dark for my skin tone, but I think it'll make a great contour. We're gonna try that. And then the last one is in the shade Champagne Heist, and Champagne Heist looks like that. Definitely sparkly and bright and bronzy. I'm gonna swatch these right now on the back of my hand. All right, there are the shades swatched on the back of my hand. I know that the Fenty sticks tend to dry down a little matte and a little drying, a little powdery. So I'm going to take that into consideration. This one here is definitely going to give me the most shine, so I have to be very selective about where I put this. This one I think will make a pretty good contour, especially if I blend it out. These two I'm probably going to mix a little bit for my all over, with that last one being kind of the high points of my face. I have already primed with the Fenty primer. This is the Profilter Instant Retouch Primer. I've got that on my face. What else did I get? I also got a Fenty lip and a finishing powder, Profilter finishing powder in the shade Cashew. These were all a surprise gift from my husband, who apparently takes notes when we go looking around Sephora, which I'm thrilled about. So I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is 3 looks out of this one palette. I'm gonna try to come up with something that's super neutral, easy, fast, professional look for work. I'm going to probably take from work to date night, and then I'm gonna probably do something a little bit out of my comfort zone as a fun sort of weekend look. I've been doing that more and more. Again, these colors are very neutral, so I'm not gonna be going too crazy, but with these yellows, they're really calling to me, and there's just something sort of magical about them. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that out. Taking my glasses off so I can't see you, but hopefully you can see me. What else can I tell you? Oh, see this little cute little headband? My husband got me that too, so that I could have it when I'm filming, which is kind of fun. I don't know anything about this palette. I have not seen any reviews on it at all, so I don't know if it's gonna get me a lot of fallout. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do my eyes first with the first look, and we'll see how it goes. And then I'll switch it up and probably finish the rest of my face, so I have one complete look, and then we'll do the next looks. I film in 4K, so this might not look very good on a very large screen high def TV. I'm also a lady of a certain age. I have hooded eyes. I have mature eyelids. I am not sponsored or affiliated with any of these products in any way, shape, or form. I buy this with my own money, or in the case of Christmas, my husband buys it with his own money. Hopefully the distance that we're at right now is okay. I will read off the colors as I'm using it on the palette because they are listed here, which is very nice for my work look. I'm gonna start with Sweet as kind of an all over slash transition shade. I'll deepen up my crease with either Hive or Drip, these two right here. I might even actually just go all over my lid. on. Super easy. It's not horribly patchy that I can tell. Trying to buff it out a little bit. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bored even for work, where I was thinking I'll just go, oh, I'll just throw on a color and we'll call it good. I feel like I need a little bit more. As I suspected, I did go in with the color Hive, which is next to Drip. If you can see, that's the one I just went into at the top of my crease because I felt like I needed a little something more up there. I also use the color Flyby on my brow bone just to kind of bring a little bit of life and lift to my eyelids. As you can see, there is quite a bit of kick up. If you are looking at this palette, bear in mind that it might kind of make a mess, but frankly, I don't mind that at all because it just means it's a loosely packed powder. Sometimes those blend out a little bit easier in my experience. I want to bring a little bit of life to my eyes, even though I might be wearing glasses to work. I want to brighten up my eyes a little bit. I'm going to go in with HBIC, this one right here, on the top of my lid, just to give it a little dimension and lift. And then I'm going to go in with the darkest shade, which is Sting, just to kind of eyeline my eyes a little bit. And I'm just gonna buff it out. Okay, you guys, as you've probably seen before, if you've watched any of my other videos, my normal work looks are very neutral. They're not super interesting, I gotta be honest. I do that intentionally because when I'm going to work, I don't need people looking at my makeup and going, oh, wow, she took a lot of creative license on her makeup today. So if my eye makeup for work tends to look a little boring and blasé, I want something fast, I want something neutral, I want to get out of the door quick. I'm gonna go in with the shade Sting as an eyeliner. Okay, you guys, I look a little weird right now because I don't have the rest of my face on. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. I've got a slightly damp beauty blender. I'm going to try to use that to make some of these sticks work for me. Again, I have 4 of them, and 3 of them I've never actually used before. I know that when I swatch them on the back of my hand and I blend them, they come up with a pretty good color. So we're gonna paint some stripes on my face and then we'll blend it in. We'll just see how this looks. Okay guys, I just got 3 of the 4 sticks kind of blended into my face, and I think it blended pretty well. I don't see any stripes still. Could have used a slightly more damp beauty blender. Okay, I'm gonna use this stick right here. It's the Champagne Heist. I know it says it's a shimmer skin stick. I'm gonna use the color Champagne Heist as more of a cream bronzer. We're gonna see if I can't get a little bit more warmth to my face before I go into some blush. Okay, you guys, I just used this Champagne Heist as a bronzer, and I don't see any texture in my fine lines. It actually looks really pretty. I tried to keep it away from some of this texture, but you don't want your pores to be emphasized. But I'm pleased with the way that looked as a bronzer. One of my favorite blushes is from Honest Beauty. It is in the shade Truly Exciting, and I think it's gonna work much better over these stick foundations. You guys, I am feeling very bronzed and glowy and sun-kissed. I'm nothing if I'm not an abuser of blush. I'm gonna curl my lashes, go in with a little mascara. Okay, I'm back with some mascara. I did not put any more eyeliner on. I actually noticed a little bit of creasing on there, so I'm gonna go fix that in just a second. Okay, you guys, I think I'm about done playing with my work look right now. Sorry, this is loud. I'm getting a wipe, clean my hands off a little bit. I think that this palette would absolutely work for work. Obviously, it's very neutral. I think you have enough mattes in there that they aren't going to be too crazy, but yet I was still able to work a little bit of lightness on my movable lid to make my eyes look a little bit more open. To make my eyes look a little bit more open and wide awake. Let's put the glasses on, see what it looks like. I did use the Fenty Beauty Uncuffed lip that my husband also got me for Christmas. This is what the full look looks like. It's very simple, it's very normal, it's very neutral, it's very work appropriate. I think I'm okay with this. I was gonna take the eyeshadow off, but since we're going from work to date night, we're just gonna go ahead and amp up what I already have. Let's see if we can't transition the two. Let's take this relatively uneventful and we're gonna take it to after work drinks because that's probably what we would do, right? Most of my nighttime looks, I like to do a little bit more of a smoky eye. Amber, which is this darker shimmer right here, and Queen, which is this grungy kind of khaki green. And I'm gonna work that on my little bit to give it a little bit more smoky kind of drama. I might even work it into my lash line a little bit. And then I'm gonna take Sting and really darken up the outer corner of my eye. So if you see me painting away with the brushes and I don't say anything because I'm going fast, that's the plan. Okay, you guys, I just got done darkening up my eyeshadow from work to nighttime. I used a little bit of Sting on the outer corner just to give it a little bit more drama. And then I used Queen, which is this grungy green color. I love that color. I used it a little bit more towards the center of my eye. And then I went in with Amber towards the inner corner of my eye. And then I topped it off with Flyby on the inner corner and up on the brow bone. And I love the way this looks. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of this Fenty Beauty Profilter. This is a mini instant retouch setting powder, and this is in the shade Cashew. I need to find a big fluffy brush. It's got a cute little sifter on it. I haven't not used any of this, but I'm gonna see what this looks like. Smells good. Okay, I used that setting powder on my face. I didn't notice that it gave me any kind of a sheen or shine or anything inappropriate. Not inappropriate, anything that I wouldn't like. So I'm not unhappy with the way that turned out. I'm gonna come closer, let you guys see what my work to date night turned out. I think that was a super simple, fast way to go from work to date night. I think it's a little darker and smokier for work. I probably wouldn't wear it to work, but I would absolutely wear it after work. The lipstick is staying on. It dried down to a nice matte. It doesn't actually feel it doesn't feel too dry. I don't feel like my lips are cracking. Before I put it on, I did feel like my lips were a little parched, and frankly, I probably would have gone in with some balm first, but I didn't happen to have any in front of me. So I would absolutely expect that this would stay on a long time. I do like the way the makeup is wearing on my skin already. You guys, you saw me. I went in with a little bit darker eyeshadow, and I did use some different colors than I had before. But when I photographed it, it almost looks identical to my daytime look. So here's my thoughts on this. One, I would either buff out the color that I used for my daytime work look and make it more translucent, just so that it wasn't a distraction. Or I would maybe use more of that green on this. Although with glasses on, you know, it's pretty dark and heavy for glasses. Sorry, I've got the glare going on here. But if I'm wearing glasses and it is, you know, from work to after work, I don't know that I would go any heavier. I didn't put any more eyeliner on. I did put another coat of mascara on. You could use false lashes, obviously. I mean, I'm just not somebody who normally wears false lashes. Going subtle and just amping it up a little bit if you're going from work to date night gives it something a little bit special, but it's not like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. This is a classy, subtle way of going from work to date night. I don't think there's anything jaw-dropping crazy. I actually think this is a great palette so far to keep in your desk drawer. I mean, it's not anything that, you know, is too colorful, too crazy. I think it's very subtle. This is a good everyday palette so far from what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm gonna take off the eyeshadow and then I'm gonna come back with, hopefully, a more fun weekend out of my comfort zone look. Let's see. Right now, I mean, none of these colors are screaming, oh my gosh, that's never been seen before. This is a nice palette. It's a nice palette, blends well, quality's okay. Kind of reminds me a little bit of one of the Juvia's Place palettes, maybe Nomad or one of those with the greens and the golds and the brown colors. This obviously has more shades than that, so I think you can get some different combinations, but we're gonna try to do something with the greens, I think. Greens, and let's just see what I can do. I'm back for my out of my comfort zone fun look with the Urban Decay Naked Honey collection, our Naked Honey palette. I'm going to try to use some of these greens right here because it's not something that I would normally do. Obviously, you've seen my other two looks so far have been very neutral, very much work appropriate, and then taking it to a little slightly amped up after work look. Nothing crazy. I don't know that this palette screams crazy, frankly. I really like Golden Honey Queen, kind of these colors here in the middle. Golden Honey Queen right here in the middle. I need something as a transition shade. I think I'm gonna go with Keeper because I haven't used that yet. It's a little yellow. I don't know what it's gonna do to the greens. Okay, you guys, I did not say this earlier, but I actually primed my eyelids this time with the linen matchstick. The dry formula of it actually helped quite a bit. The Keeper shadow actually went on very well. I'm gonna tell you right now, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the green. I have brown eyes. I don't often wear green eyeshadow. I don't know why I don't. I think for me, I'm usually pretty sedate when it comes to eyeshadows anyway. Sorry if I'm moving the camera. I'm trying to get the color off the brush here. Okay, so, you know, I don't normally wear a lot of green eyeshadow, but I mean, I have two colors on right now. I've got the Keeper as a kind of a transition shade. You can just barely see it at the top. And then I have this Queen color. Wow. I actually really like that color. I'm going to go with just a little bit of a halo, I think right on top with Honey, and we'll see what it does to Queen. I went in with Honey, and that little pop of like acid green I think is really pretty. I'm kind of surprised. I thought I would be like, oh, if I use these greens and this acid green color and stuff, that I wouldn't be able to leave the house wearing it. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm not young, I'm just a, you know, it's just, you don't want to go out of the house looking like a crazy person. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. I'm just not for that kind of attention. I love this. I'm going to go get some black eyeliner. I'll be right back. I didn't know what to think of the greens or where I was going with it, or whether I could do something that was kind of pushing the envelope a little bit for me. I went ahead and put on some of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in the color Perversion. I went all around my eyes and then I smudged it a little bit. And then I used the Urban Decay Perversion Bigger, Blacker, Badder Mascara. It's actually, you know, for being a small tube, I don't know if it'll focus or not, if I can even see it. The spoolie is actually really good. I just did two coats of that. That goes along with my Urban Decay palette that I used instead of all the Fenty stuff that I was using earlier. I gotta be honest, you guys. I might be converted to green. I really like this. What do you guys think? It's not so like, wow, you've got acid green all over your face. It's more of a, I don't know, maybe she's kind of edgy. I don't know, maybe she's fun. I think it even looks okay with glasses. I mean, I normally try not to do too much heavy eyeshadow with glasses. These glasses are very dirty. I should probably take them off and clean them. Kind of like my hair. Did you guys get this palette? Have you used it yet? Have you played around with it yet? What kind of looks did you come up with? Did you come up with anything really out of the ordinary? I mean, you could do a cut crease and then go over that Honey on top of a cut crease. You could do something super bronzy with the HBIC and the amber. There's enough colors in here that you really could do something cool. Obviously, you could do something warm. If you want to play with yellows, you've got some. I'm not unhappy with this all. Big win for my husband for getting this for me. I wasn't convinced I was going to anytime soon. And now that I have it, this is going to probably stay on my makeup table for a little while. If you want a palette that is going to be just like a good go-to palette that's not too crazy. I mean, with this metal tin, you could absolutely travel with this. I think it would stay in relatively good condition. I like the fact that it comes with a brush. I didn't actually use the brush in here. I used Morphe brushes instead. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on this palette? Have you used it? Were you going to skip it? Does it work for you? I think that there's enough in here. You could do, in a pinch, one all over color and maybe some pop of Flyby just to give it a little pop, or even golden just to kind of, you know, bring it out just a little tiny bit. Now tell me what you guys think about the Fenty makeup. This color I think is a nice kind of mauve color. It's a good matte. I put a little of the Diamond Lip Gloss from AOA Studio, or AOA, yes, AOA Studio. I think I got this off Miss A, shopmissa.com. And I think it was like $1. But how pretty is that on top of the Fenty? Use these two together. I think that's really pretty. I like this look. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas. What kind of makeup? Oof. Now my glasses are covered in setting spray. And I'm knocking stuff over. What kind of fun stuff did you guys get for Christmas? Did you guys get any makeup? And if so, what kind of makeup did you get? I'm thrilled with the Fenty and the Urban Decay. Did you get stuff that challenges you and takes you out of your comfort zone a little bit? In the spirit of the holidays, keep yourselves warm and safe, and I look forward to the next video. Until next time. I made such a mess on my desk right now. This is going to take a while to clean up.